Here to Ritema. He's the global campaign coordinator, Friends of the Earth Netherlands, Milieu Defensie. And I already did a big introduction.
So the Nigerian community in the Netherlands. This is also something new for us, but that we are very excited about that. And we think it's very important to keep a close contact between our organization here in the Netherlands and also Nigerian people here in the Netherlands. But as you can already see in the Eén Vandaag movie, we have a close cooperation as Friends of the Earth Netherlands with our sister organization, Friends of the Earth Nigeria, is also known, maybe better known to you as ERA, Environmental Rights Action. And for many years we have been working to convince particularly Shell, but also other oil companies, that they should take responsibility for the damage that oil pollution is causing to the environment.
What he's doing, because he's from the area, and I'm grateful he recognizes that it is really a responsibility and a service he has to give to his people. I want to also thank Friends of the Earth and the lawyer, because these are really other people's problems. And when you get involved in other people's problems, you become a crusader, and you're so far away from them, and yet see the involvement and the time they have put into it. So really, the great times go to the two of them.
You need also to hear the other side of the story. We don't have the ability to come and make documentaries like this and to come and tell you the real story of what is going on in the Niger Delta. But people like you and I that are seated here are denied the privileges, very basic things that we take for granted. They don't have it. They are denied it. And when they ask for it, they are killed just because they have asked for it.
I'm very happy to speak here to you all. Thank you very much, Anne, for your kind words as well. But without getting into any legal details, I'll be very happy to answer any questions that you have afterwards. But I will try to be brief and as clear as possible. And please forgive me if I do not manage to be so. I think one of the most important, I don't know if everybody of you has understood the entire documentary that has been played here to you this afternoon. I will just summarize a few important details of this court case, and I think the first one is that we are taking here the headquarters of Shell Oil Company that's vested in the Netherlands, taking to court in a Dutch court, together with its Nigerian subsidiary. And I think it's very important to notice what this is bringing, because it's the headquarters of Shell here in the Netherlands who take the investment decisions to go to Nigeria, to dig oil there, and to do it in a way that brings a lot of profit to the company and brings a lot of misery to Nigeria. So there is a lot of pollution because of the decisions that are taken here. And which decisions? These decisions that are going on for 50 years now in the operation of Shell in Nigeria, which have always been marked by maximization of profits to the company and very low and substandard operation in the Niger Delta. And we are seeing, as Geert was already saying, that Shell is applying higher standards to all its companies in the Western world, and is just using substandard operations in Nigeria. And this is what we are attacking in this court case, saying if you have the knowledge and the technology to actually dig oil in an environmentally friendly way, then do not do it in such a way that it brings pollution to the people from Niger Delta who need, as Anne said, who need the clean environment to live from. Now, so this is a case against the headquarters. Make different decisions. And why is it in the Netherlands? I think there's two important things. The first part is already because it's a business. Shell is not a charitable organization. It's also not a company. It's also not a government. It's an operation. It's an investment vehicle. So if we manage to, where this investment is made and where the profit is also paid to the shareholders, to have a court ruling to actually tell the headquarters to act in a different way and to act in an environmental friendly way with their operations, then it will directly attack their profit margin that they're having on the operations in the Niger Delta. They will have to operate in a more environmentally friendly way in order to keep up the profit that they are trying to make with the oil operations. And this is an important thing. The other important thing is that we have seen many cases in Nigeria going on against the Nigerian subsidiary of Shell, which have in very many cases also led to positive judgments of Nigerian courts. But how come they have never been implemented by Shell? And this is a big difference. We see the headquarters here in the Netherlands taking decisions for 50 years, over and over again, the same kind of wrong decisions in the investments. And we want the Dutch courts to pronounce on that, so that the headquarters will actually change their investment policies.
I have a question for the lawyer. How are you going to, if, for example, we win the case, because I'm also from Niger Delta, how are you going to make Nigerian government obey the decision? How? Because Nigerian government is already failed. Nigeria is a failed country already. We want something different. Because Shell can say, yeah, we follow it. But when it gets to Nigeria, it's something different. But how can we monitor that? How do you have a strategy to monitor?
I understand what you're asking is how do we inform young people in villages? We work very closely with IRA. This is our sister organization, and they have a network. So they go into the villages and inform people about their rights. That's the most important thing. So that means right to food, right to water, all the basic rights we're talking about. Right to education, but we are environmental NGOs, so we focus on these basic rights which are needed to survive. And if people don't get their rights, because Shell is polluting their water and their land, then we try to educate people how to stand up for their rights. That is what we do.
For this politician who's going to put up with the mess, do you think the people of Niger Delta is ready for a change? Then one for the lawyer. Do you really understand who Dutch is and the Netherlands government before you start a case with them? Because in 2007, I said, do you really understand who Shell is and the Netherlands government before you start a case with them? Because in 2007, the Prime Minister went to the North to pay homage before the election because he knew that the Northern Nigeria would be the next president. And this same corrupt system is going to continue. And Shell is going to continue the bribe and the corruption. Do you think they are not going to attack this case politically? That's my question.
Thank you.
You live in Jos. Thank you very much. I live in Jos. I am actually ashamed, to tell the truth, of where I am as in the level of information I have about my own country. And I will not sit here and say I'm a judge of a failed country or not a failed state. I will not see Nigeria as a failed state. And anybody who has that opinion, that's the reason why we're failed, because we have the opinion. As simple as that. Now, Nigeria supports many major countries abroad. Our people are intelligent. We support other economies outside Nigeria. Cannot be a failed state. Yes, we're corrupt, but my question is really is that our people are such. This is why we are failed, because we are divided. As simple as that.
Nigeria. We've met them, me and Chief Lambert, we've met them before. And I mean, we could see from them meeting us that we could see the excitement, and we should show to these people that their effort is not in vain, that we can mobilize around them and help them so that justice can come, because you never know, the next people that might be filing suit could be your relatives. So please, if you want to be part of this initiative or part of this progress, you can contact me. You have my email address. Then we can put heads together and see how we can mobilize more people. We're not going there to do a luta. We're not going there to stone people. We're not going there to. We just want to go there and stay in front of the court and say, okay, well, we want justice to come out of this place to answer some of the questions some of the people have raised. Can we get justice from a Dutch court